Hi, these boots were made for walking, and they've led me down a path to a very rewarding career. However, as interpreters, we all know that we seldom walk alone, and there's a number of people I'd like to acknowledge who have taken the journey with me and left me with some sound advice. First of all, it'd have to be Sia St. Clair from Spring Creek Nature Center in Fridley, Minnesota. He gave me my start. And Sia's advice? Always carry garbage bags in your car because road kills can be converted into fantastic interpretive crops. But never ever soak a dead beaver in a barrel of water for 6 months. Bones come out great, but you have to dig through an awful lot of smelly, slimy soup in order to retrieve them. But most of all, Sia taught me to get involved in professional organizations, to stay connected, avoid tunnel vision, and get rejuvenated. Next came Tom Hodgson at the Dahlem Center in Jackson, Michigan. Tom hired me as his program coordinator, and he taught me never to underestimate the value of volunteers nor the power of music, to assign tasks to give eco-tour participants a sense of ownership, but always to carry a spare duty roster on wilderness canoe trips. And it's okay to morph into Greta Garbage each winter, especially after Region 4 proclaims her Program of the Year. Finally, to think big. If you really want Robert Redford at your Bluebird Festival, just ask. All he can do is say no. And then came Dan Best, who was senior naturalist at Geauga Park District when I came on as Naturalist Services Director. According to Dan, you should always surround yourself with dedicated creative staff and then help them to succeed. Timesheets and budgets, they're just necessary evils. And it takes a village to pull off a major exhibit. But also, when stalking nesting prothonotary warblers by canoe, wear binoculars, sit quietly, and just let the mosquitoes bite. Well, lessons learned, and a whole lot more to boot. However, now I'd like to thank all of you for declaring me the senior retired interpreter for this year. And I'd like to leave you with one more bit of advice, and that is when your time comes, retire to something and not from something. In my case, I retired and became a volunteer with the National Park Service on the Blue Ridge and Ottawa National Wildlife Refuge during bird migration time. So, thank you and happy trails.